Welcome back, everyone. It is time for the destruction of Chile. It's going to take quite a few days to get there. The slowdown on the game is pretty immense. You know, it's thinking about hours. You know, it might be better to go down in time a little bit. It might be a little more efficient at getting through it. So it's going to take a long time. So by the time that happens, I think I might be able to muster enough. Like, I'm going to get my air forces down here and get ready and try to take Argentina and Chile at about the same time. I don't know how practical that is, because I have the manpower, but I don't have the man production. I've got a ton of production, everything's going well with this. We've got modern tanks, got jets, close air support, all that's running at full tilt. I think the best solution probably is to maybe do nukes and invasions, so get to the point where I can nuke both of them a few times, then invade to the bottom simultaneously. So I'm going to try to set that up. We're going to do, how big is this airport? 1,000 planes, that's pretty good. So let's go to our air forces here. We've got some rockets that we took that we'll probably never use. But let's get these Californian strategic bombers. There's a few of them. Let's get the fighters from there and transfer them as well. Then we'll get both selected, go over this, which is South America, so that should cover both. We'll have plenty of nukes by the time it starts. Let's do a bit of a split here. So let's split these guys and put a second army here together, and we'll give them a front line probably just like this, and assign them there. So they'll reassign over there. We've got these guys there. I'm thinking with the new recruits that we'll get, we're going to assign them to a new army. Well, for now, we'll just get them to come over here. And we'll drop a few off now. So those extra 3 units will be the invasion force. But as soon as the war starts between both, so we'll start justifying on Argentina as well. Conquer. And then we should also probably start fabricating on Cuba. And I'll set up a few guys to land there as well. As far as air forces go, I think I have enough where I can do... No, those are the ones en route. Let's go back to this. We gotta get probably these guys. How big is this air? Plenty. And we'll start a new air wing there as well in Florida of bombers. Ideally, strategic bombers, if I have any available. Which doesn't look like I do. So what we're going to do is go to our other one. We're getting them positioned down here. So we're going to grab these guys. And then hopefully we can split them. So once they arrive, we'll split them, put the other forces up there near Cuba, and then we'll be ready to rock. I'll have invasion force plans ready. We'll nuke it a few times at each different location, and I should be able to finish all 3 wars relatively quickly. Now, you know, the game is obviously slowed way down. Having the Air Force screen open doesn't help. If we go down to 2, we'll at least consistently tick. Yes. No. Is it not better to just go full tilt then? Yeah, that honestly might be better. We'll be getting through days a little quicker that way. So once our air forces reach where we're trying to go here, we'll split them, bring the other ones up to Florida node, and have them go. Looks like they are there. Let's go ahead and split them. Grab them. And sign them up. Perfect. Okay. So then everyone that's here should focus on this. I think that's counted within the Caribbean zone. We just got to make sure that we can have superiority over Havana. I think it's in the Caribbean Sea, is the zone that it counts in. Because it ends at here and there. I think it'll be fine. So that'll be sufficient there. We should have enough nukes by the time this thing starts. I need to get out of the air zone, because that's really lagging things down. Oof, it is choppy. Then once people get in position, I'll give them the naval invasion orders. Then we'll get the navies assigned as well, so they're ready to rock. So let's get these guys. And we're gonna split them. Give them naval invasion from here to... Well, we can't land on the capital. So this might be a little more complicated, but we'll try that. We'll do that for now. Assign those four to that. And grab these guys, split in half, and we have 4 as well. And we'll do a naval invasion from here to Buenos Aires. And they should prep and be ready when I'm ready. Let's grab these 2 units. And we will get them on a naval invasion order from there to there. So this is all set and all planned by the time we're ready. And we'll grab navies. Probably can do some consolidation with navies. I think I only need 3 or 4 zones controlled. So let's pause this so I can do this a little bit more properly. Let's dock, then get ready for convoy escort. And you'll do Florida coast, Caribbean Sea. That'll ensure that. Then we go back here. We check on this Greek fleet. It's got some sub-3s. That's not too bad. Shouldn't matter too much. Then we do... Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. So we can control all those sea zones. And they'll be ready to go. And we're still going to save Portugal for last. Now, Chile and Argentina probably won't band together because I don't think that there's any faction for them to join. I don't think they would have automatically been assigned to one unless they reorganize as a new allies. So let's see. Got all those guys in transfer. These are all ready. So what we're gonna do is this will be the Portuguese force. So we're gonna do... Well, let's just drop them off. So we got 20 guys. We assign them to a new army. And get them front line on Portugal here. Offensive line through it. And they should all assign. So it looks like there's only one guy going to Buenos Aires then, but that is fine. And just for the sake of having generals, we'll go ahead and assign some. So this is greatly simplified. So I think if I'm just able to nuke each of these different countries respectively, probably 3 or 4 times in their capital, their national unity should fall, and I should just be able to do these landings. And the units within the capitals be injured. I think it'll work out just about right. Now, we've got no divisions in training. We might as well train some armored corps in case this doesn't work out exactly as we plan. Let's do about 20 of them. And we'll have that... Oh, okay. Oh, it's because this is all connected, so I can do an any within this. Oh. See, that's something in the future that I'm going to have to consider doing more of. So, what's probably going to happen is I'm just going to put them here up by Sarajevo and assign them to this line, because I think Portugal is going to be the biggest threat as far as that goes. I could be underestimating the others, but I don't really think so. And it is going to take us quite a while to fabricate these claims. So if we look at diplomacy, it's probably because we've clicked on, yeah, there we go. So diplomacy, we've got major countries. That's interesting. Okay. What does this bullet mean? Ah, they have non-aggression. That's fine. So we want to look at South America. So Cuba, Chile, Argentina, yeah, they're all there. So we can check on these and see how they're doing. It's probably not developed very far. The game has slowed down so much. We're at, 40 of 125. But I think once we get going, that'll be pretty much done. So let's go to Portugal, and we can start fabricating a claim on them as well. Do something like that. It's lagging so hard I can hardly click on things. Yeah, it looks like we get 4-hour intervals each time, and then it lags, so, 4 hours at a time. It's not too terrible. It's pretty terrible on full speed, but not much we can do. So we have a rocket site. I don't really know that the rockets do a whole lot. It doesn't seem like to me. So what we should also do is we have enough planes and things, so we should probably set up an air force here. Probably 200 fighters or so. We probably have jet fighters available. Maybe not. Standard fighters is fine. Get about 200 of them. And then add... Yeah, we don't have it. I would have to split again out of Florida, which I probably will do. So pausing it makes it quicker to do these. Get to where I'm going. Strat bomber. Split them in half. Get them there. And then, it is also important, since we can land on Lisbon, I think to set up a way to do so. So let's get these guys a naval invasion order from there to Lisbon, so that once we go, we'll just be set. I think we should be able to finish this by 1954, maybe. And then we'll own the whole world. And then I'll look into seeing if I want to fight any of my allies or anything. I very much doubt that I do. It's going to be kind of weird because there's, I don't know, a certain amount of... what would I want to say? It's going to slow down so much, and if I get into war with the Axis, I'm just done. You know, there's no way that I can defeat the whole rest of the world. Or no way that I can imagine doing so. I mean, we could probably take North and South America, but then, you know, all of our home territory will get taken rather quickly by a German force. Germany owning most of the world, you know, doesn't necessarily set us up in the best shape there. Now, Brazil is independent, but they are part of the Axis, so that doesn't really change things. You know, our other thing that we should probably do is check on our radar situation. And we've got them all across there. So that's done. You know, maybe some radar off of Florida would help us out. So we can at least see to Cuba. Maybe a couple of our little islands here. Just for that extra intel. Can't really do much about Portuguese lands. So now we wait. Now I'm thinking for my next campaign, it might be fun to start as a South American country. Maybe I do an Argentina or something like that, maybe a Chile, and then just see what we can do. I mean, I like to play the smaller countries just because I feel like it's more of a challenge. Yeah, I get involved in the different factions, and I don't often start my own, which obviously does put me at a distinct advantage in the long run, but, you know, I think it's still fun either way. I don't think there's any shame in joining one of the factions. That's what World War II was a lot about, was just what faction were you, allies, were you Comintern, were you know what I mean? So, I mean, I could start my own, but it really puts you in a kind of a bad situation overall, because you really got to rush and try to take out at least 2 of the enemy factions early on. And if you start as a one territory minor, then you're just not really going to be able to do that effectively, or I haven't been able to. It might be worth looking into, but you know, and I think I would like to continue doing Hearts of Iron stuff. You know, I've been thinking about doing a Skyrim playthrough, and maybe by the time this up, I'll already have the Skyrim thing going, but I'd like to do more games, because this is fun, but before the DLC is out, I think that there's plenty of room to be doing other things as well. It's a pretty big time commitment to be doing multiple series, but I would be more than willing to try. We're over halfway there to the declaration on Chile. You know, we should have this whole air zone under our control. based on our Uruguay air base. We should have Cuba under control. And, you know, we got 16 nukes already. I think it's only going to take 3 or 4 per country. And then the landings. Looks like there's only 1 division going for Cuba, but with enough nukes, it shouldn't make much of a difference. And I probably will call my allies in. Because it's not really going to matter. I'm going to take all of the land pretty much instantaneously anyway. Yeah, I think this is going to be a good, fitting end to this playthrough. You know, obviously, the declaration on Portugal is a little far behind. I mean, it is a little bit amazing that Portugal didn't get involved in any of that. I mean, it's such a big war. But, you know, historically they didn't, so, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but... I guess it doesn't make sense for them to get involved. We had such a superiority in Europe that they wouldn't have been able to do much anyway. Questioning the motives of Cuba? We actually have all the resources we need, which is awesome. I mean, that hasn't been the case the whole game. What do we have no template for? Towed artillery. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't understand. I mean, there's not really any point in using any more of these factories. I mean, everything's gonna be... like, everything's filled, so... I don't see a need. I think maybe some... You know, it might not be a bad idea to get some strat bombers, the jet style, just for fun. Looks like we're getting about 3-hour intervals now. Slowdown is real. Okay. All sorts of unread naval stuff. I mean, I don't think we need to look at all that. We know there's available planes. We know there's dockyards. Don't need to look at that. No technology left. Plenty of planes in reserve. Free civilian factories. I don't know why Japan would justify against us. Like, are they planning on kicking me out of the faction? It doesn't seem to ever go through. Oh, that's right. I do have some of their troops sitting unassigned here. Oh, even some of my own. Interesting. Okay. Well, I can look at that for a minute. They can have these guys back. I don't want them. Probably wise to get these 3 assigned to, say, this army. So I think if I can land here, I should be able to move into Chile's capital pretty quick at Santiago. But, you know, it'll be interesting because it's not coastal like all the other countries that I'm about to take, so it could potentially go poorly. The other problem I have is that once I take Chile, land flips to me, Argentina has a whole new front, but at the same time, if we can just land in Buenos Aires, it won't matter anyway. I mean, we can investigate Chile a little bit here. See how many we suspect that they have. 7 to 15, so that's tiny. What about Argentina? 21 to 40, that's pretty significant. There might be more divisions than I have currently. You know, or very similar. I bet Cuba has 10, 15 units maybe. Let me check that out while we wait. It's 7 to 14, yeah. Just about where I was at on that, so I think that'll work well. I just think it'll be pretty quick down here. I can't imagine they have that much of an air force. I should probably check that and see if I need to... Oh. Alright, we're about to do this thing. Well, they might have a significant air force, but I don't see it becoming an issue. Let's go ahead and declare war here. All of our puppets will join. But, so this will go, I think, immediately. All these will go too. Yeah, that'll be fine. So we definitely do have air superiority here. I think it's time to check. Potentially, these guys are going to be moving. They don't seem to want to. There they go. So let's drop a couple nukes. Maybe 3 of them for now. I mean, they are going to push us back a little bit here. But it's not really about the front line. If they push the front line, that makes no difference to me. Okay, we can do the Cuba thing. So we'll sit here and think about that for a moment. So I think it's probably pertinent. Make sure those guys are going. Now we should have air superiority here. And that looks like that counts. Oh, gotta do that. So they've got 8 units sitting on the capital. That should be fine, actually. So we'll go back to this map. About 5 of those. So that should be enough. Cuba should be done. Okay, Cuba's done. Go ahead and take all states. Done. Okay, that belongs to us now. Looks like we lost that unit. That's fine. Didn't matter much anyway. These guys are still coming down. Looks like I do have this. For how long? August 16th. June, July. Okay, we got it long enough. We have it long enough to finish Chile before that starts. I think it's probably a good idea to nuke this a couple times. Hit that a couple. So when they get there, if there is someone watching, they'll be pretty low on strength. And there is no one there right now. There might be someone in Santiago. And there is, but we still have vast air superiority here, so we'll drop a few more. So that should be sufficient. Should be able to roll right up in. We ran a lot of their guys. There goes that. Chile is done. Take all and turn. Done. Now we'll do the same to Argentina. Have that go and ready. And we'll nuke Buenos Aires a few times. Unless their air force is sufficient to make us lose control, and it doesn't look like it is. Now what's the deal here? 75% air superiority. Surely we must have that. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll save 5 for the landing. Oh. Right. We need more superiority there. Let's get these guys to transfer over there. That should be sufficient. So let's pop a nuke here. And then get moving. Because if we can't do it by sea, we'll do it by land. Where is their navy? Just sitting in port? Yeah, that should be able to push right through. No problem. I've got nukes to guide them into if we need. Jesus. Yeah, no problem there. I wouldn't do that if I were you. You're only going to hold us for a second. Just Still don't have the superiority there. They've got 20 in the capital. They actually muster enough Air Force? Wow, I'm impressed. Okay. Well, in that case, we still have millions of men. We'll grab some more fighters. We got any jet fighters? Yes, we do. Once the jets get here, we'll be just fine. They're en route. Takes them quite a while to transfer. Something like that. I don't know how many days a transfer takes. There it is. It should be 75%. Looks like it's not quite, but that's okay. Because we'll start shooting theirs down fairly rapidly. I don't think they're going to be able to muster more than that 600 anyway. And our jet fighter 2s are going to be probably far superior to whatever they have. There's some mismanagement here, but this is just a way to make good feeling at the end of the campaign here. Clearly I haven't taken Argentina seriously, but it'll be okay. Particularly with a move like this. Like, you're leaving one guy there. Check on air superiority. It's contentious. They've got some ground. We could probably do this guy on that. Shoot down all those close air support. We've got 100% radar coverage ourselves. And if we check the stats here, looks like we disrupted some of our bombers. But if we go like a month here, we killed 125 of their fighters already. I think we're going to be just fine. Portugal might not be the last to fall here. Argentina might last a little bit longer. Okay. Don't have any superiority there. like that. And if we can get the tanks to rush on over there, we'll be just fine. That looks to be about 75%. Or maybe 2/3, maybe not quite. Well, not now. What's this? Kamikaze. That looks like what I'm looking for. No? Wow, that's surprising. I mean, we can always just throw more planes at the issue. That'll instantly shift the balance. Well, as soon as they show up. Yep, there it is. So let's go ahead and drop about 3 here. It's gonna be overkill. Stubborn, aren't they? There we go. Just need to be able to move in. Now let's look how Portugal's doing. Oh. Yeah, this war actually can't commence yet. Because we didn't call our allies in. Yeah, that makes sense. There we go. So now Spain should be involved. So we should be able to move into Buenos Aires here any moment. Nothing a couple nukes can't fix. I don't think I should have to take more than just Buenos Aires. We should be fine with that. And indeed we are. So it is Portugal. Portugal is our last enemy nation. Assign all of them there. Wow, we might not even need that naval invasion. Looks like they're putting up a air superiority fight as well. Because I didn't do that. I only have one right now. Well, it won't take long to get more. Especially with these modern tanks massed on their borders, like, they're just gonna get pushed back. And we're landing on Lisbon anyway. They do have someone stationed there. A couple people. Be as aggressive as possible. Well, in the final moments here, we will reach the end of this campaign. Pop a nuke there. Reassign them, put them on this. Nuke. It's gonna help that we have a naval invasion coming in. We'll have multiple angles on Lisbon. Alright. Now all Portugal belongs to us. So here's the final world map. You know, we own large, huge swaths of land. Yeah, I mean, basically, we're able to play a minor country, get involved in the Axis, and really do well for ourselves. I think we control more land than Italy, by far. You know, we surpassed that. Spain isn't as big as us. Germany is larger. We own more than Japan, I would definitely say. I think it's been good. I don't think there's any countries left that can get involved. Yeah, especially if we check it this way. Factions map mode. The whole world is Axis now, so we've done well. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll try to come up with a new series for you, and I'll see you next time. If you liked it, subscribe, leave me a comment, a like, anything you want.